My dear students, so electrolysis, the seventh point. Electrolysis is a redox reaction. Is a redox reaction. And you already know what redox means. Redox is a combination of, that is, a reaction is said to be redox in nature when it undergoes oxidation and reduction simultaneously. Okay, at the same time the reaction is undergoing oxidation, some part of it, and some part of it is undergoing reduction simultaneously, then you say that that kind of reaction is redox. So all electrolytic reactions are redox reaction. This is the seventh characteristic. Let us take an example to understand this. So let us take my favorite electrolyte, that is NaCl. So what will happen, either you take the aqueous form of NaCl or you melt it, and that in that case what will happen, it will get dissociated into its constituent ions. They are Na plus and Cl minus. They are Na plus and Cl minus. Okay, now what will happen when electricity is passing through this electrolyte? Okay, imagine the electricity is passing through this electrolyte. What will happen? Na plus is a cation, so definitely it will move towards the cathode. So I'm writing the cathode reaction. The cathode reaction I'm writing. This is how you write. Okay, this is the first you write the reaction, the dissociation reaction over here. Then you write the cathode reaction or the anode, as you choose. So I'm choosing cathode because cathode is first, cation is first. So cathode reaction, Na plus will move. Now what will happen over here? I said you in the previous video that cathode are donators. Okay, they donate electrons. Why? You will understand now. Over here. So Na plus, it gets discharged at cathode. Discharge means it loses its charge. And how can this positive charge be loosed? How can sodium cation can lose its positive charge? Definitely by gaining one electron, because one electron has a negative charge and this positive charge is 1. So one negative charge plus one positive charge will cancel each other and will neutralize Na plus, and this is what discharging means, neutralizing and making this sodium a neutral atom. Okay, so it will gain means plus, it will, sorry, not gain, it will lose, it will gain one electron. So sodium Na plus will gain one electron, and this one electron has a negative charge. So this is plus 1, simple mathematics, plus 1 and minus 1. You have studied this in algebra, will give you 0, isn't it? So what will happen? It will become Na, it will lose its positive charge. So this is how Na plus gets discharged at cathode, or it loses its charge at cathode. Okay, it gets discharged at cathode or it loses its charge at cathode, and it becomes a neutral atom. Now the question comes, from where does this cation is getting this electron? From where does this electron coming? Where does this electron coming from? This electron is coming from the cathode itself. Okay, and it is making the sodium cation neutral, or it is making the sodium cation, it is discharging the sodium cation. This electron is coming from the cathode. That is why cathode is a donator of electrons. It donates electrons for making the cations discharged. Understood? Now let us write the anode reaction. The anode reaction. So anode reaction, what will happen? The anion will move towards the anode, Cl minus. The anion will move towards, and the motive is to lose this negative charge, that is to get discharged, to become neutral. Okay, and how is it going to lose this charge? By losing an electron. So if this chlorine loses an electron, what will happen? It will become a neutral atom. Okay, because it is having an excess negative charge. So if an atom acquires an electron, you know that if an atom acquires an electron, it gets the negative charge. If it loses that electron, it becomes positive. So it is having extra negative charge. If it loses this, if this anion loses this electron, it will become neutral, it will get discharged. And this extra electron is coming from the chloride anion. Okay, so this extra electron is coming from the chloride anion, and it will go towards the anode. That is why anode gains electrons. It is accepting electrons. Okay, understood? And it is accepting electrons, and it is making the anions neutral. It is making the anions discharged. It is making the anions lose their negative charge and becoming neutral. Okay, Cl. And you know that Cl is an atom, so definitely Cl will combine, because there will be lots of Cls. They will combine to form Cl2, because Cl cannot exist independently. This is a different case, but our main motive is to understand the anode reaction. I hope you understood. Now, why electrolytic reactions are redox in nature? You already know that redox means oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. Okay, so see here at cathode what happens. The cation is moving towards the cathode, and it is gaining electron. So gain of electron means rig. Yes, you're correct. Rig. Gain of electron is reduction. So the cation is accepting the electron. That means it is undergoing reduction. So what happens at cathode? Reduction happens at cathode. Yes, reduction happens at cathode. At the same time, the anion moved towards the anode, and it is losing an electron. Minus means losing an electron, and loss of electron is oil. Okay, loss of electron is oxidation. So definitely at anode what happens? Oxidation happens at anode. So anode reaction is an oxidation reaction, cathode reaction is a reduction reaction, and these two reactions are simultaneously taking at the same time. That is why all electrolytic reactions are redox in nature. That is why electrolytic reactions are redox reactions. I hope you understood.